14 October for Cancer is more than a date on the calendar. It's a PowerPoint where past, present, and future meet. You may sense that everything around you is holding its breath, waiting for words, decisions, confessions, realizations. Thoughts grow louder, and your heart gets bracingly honest. From early morning you might feel tender, a bit raw to the tone of other people's words. Don't fear this fragility. It isn't weakness, it's your greatest advantage. Through your sensitivity you can perceive what others miss. The world may look like watercolor today, soft, slightly blurred, full of hints. If you slow down and listen, you'll hear a great deal. This is a superb day for soulful conversations, with yourself, with loved ones, with those who once mattered. If a grievance lives inside you, dare to look at it. Not because you must forgive, but because you deserve inner freedom. You don't need to drag heavy memories along. Today is especially favorable for quietly saying, I release what hurts me. I choose myself. In relationships, 14 October can be a turning point. Perhaps you've felt something important ripening between you and someone close. A talk, a decision, a revealing truth. This is a perfect moment to end a chapter, or begin a new one. Your emotional openness is magnetic. If you speak the truth, even the fragile kind, you'll be heard. For Cancers and partnerships, the day can bring vital insights. You may clearly see what you're missing, and what truly supports you. Don't be afraid to tell yourself the truth. We often cling to illusions because we fear being alone. But remember, solitude isn't the enemy when it is filled with your own presence. Better quiet than a bond that keeps hurting. For single Cancers, the day may bring an unexpected encounter. Not necessarily romantic, but likely pivotal. You could meet someone who feels uncannily familiar, or someone from the past might reappear. Trust your intuition. If you want to respond, do it. If your heart asks for silence, honor that too. Your dreams may be especially vivid and symbolic tonight. Don't ignore them. This is the language of your soul. Write down what strikes you. It could serve as a clue, a key, a direction. Regarding work and practical matters, 14 October is not ideal for frantic activity or high-stakes moves. Use it for reflection, analysis, and planning. Tasks that need intuition, empathy, and attention to detail will flow. Release the need to control everything. This day favors gentle observation and adaptation over force. If your energy dips, stop. Don't hesitate to say no. 14 October rewards those who are honest with themselves. Respect your boundaries, and don't apologize for them. If you crave quiet, that's sacred. If tears come, let them. They'll wash what's long-needed cleansing. Energetically, the day is like water in a morning mist, soft, enticing, deep. Trust the current. Stop fighting yourself, and stay attentive. The universe will point the way. The essentials: don't rush, don't compare, and don't hunt for your worth outside yourself. You are already worthy simply because you exist. Today, you are closer than usual to feeling that truth. Not just with your mind, but with your heart. Matters of the heart arise, sharply. Everything you tried to push aside returns to the surface. Don't fear this inner wave, trust it. If feelings swell, don't drown them in chores. Sometimes you need to live something through to the end so the inner waters can calm. Memories may visit you, scents, sounds, phrases that carry you back. You might recall someone important who slipped beyond the horizon, or realize why certain people and situations keep pulling you in. This is a day for understanding roots and emotional bonds that shape your inner landscape. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself today. Your inner voice can uplift or erode. If you catch yourself criticizing, minimizing, or replaying mistakes, pause. Imagine saying those words to someone you love. Would you? Why say them to yourself? Offer yourself the support you so freely give to others. Cancer knows how to protect, comfort, and care, but often forgets to do it inwardly. 14 October is the day to hug yourself in your mind, not for achievements, but for living, feeling, and trying. If anxiety or uncertainty arises, don't rush to find external causes. Much today is tied to the energy of the space around you and what's accumulated in the collective field. Cancers are highly receptive to other people's moods, and even the weather. If you feel suddenly heavy, you may be carrying what isn't yours. Cleanse your field, take a shower, light a candle, air out the room, talk gently to yourself, or write down what troubles you. Often, just granting yourself permission to be vulnerable starts dissolving fear. Money themes may press harder than usual, but there's no need to panic. Use the moment to reassess values. Ask yourself honestly, does what I cling to truly make me feel safe, or is it just familiar? It may be time to revise priorities and allow a little more lightness. Sometimes stability lives less in a bank account and more in a peaceful heart. As for connection, expect deep conversations, especially with those who have stood by you. This is a day for honest, unguarded dialogue. Don't try to be flawless, be real. If someone has seemed distant lately, don't jump to conclusions. Today can clarify a lot. Sometimes a person needs to be alone to understand how much you matter. Sometimes silence isn't indifference. It's a path back to oneself. Trust the process. If you are precious to someone, they will reach out. If not, you're freed from an illusion. And if your soul asks for warmth, seek it, not in others but within yourself, in beloved music, the aroma of coffee, a walk along familiar streets, quiet reading, or something you've long wanted to do but postponed. This day asks for a special approach, a lived, attentive presence, rather than speed or strict logic. Your emotional state mirrors what has long lived within you, unnoticed. Whatever surfaces comes to heal, not to harm. Don't fear the intensity of feeling. You can handle it. You carry enough wisdom to move through this day with dignity, even if a storm stirs in your heart. Above all, 14 October is a day to surround yourself with kindness. Let it be a small but sincere act. Say something good to yourself. Offer a warm word to someone nearby. Send a message to a person you haven't heard from in a while, or simply look at the sky and give thanks for being alive, feeling, loving. That's the real magic. The energy of the day invites you to pause and look inward, not to fix anything, but to simply be with yourself. Cancers often care so much for others that they miss their own emptiness. 14 October is a rare chance to feel, I am allowed to be tired, and that doesn't make me weak, it makes me alive. Try not to pack your schedule. Anything requiring haste, pressure, or argument is better postponed. Do what brings calm, even simple domestic rituals. Put things in order, cook a favorite meal, make your space cozy, listen to music. These acts become anchors that hold you in the center of your own inner strength. If an important talk awaits, prepare in advance. Write out what you want to say or rehearse it in your mind. Today you can convey your thoughts gently yet profoundly. Speak not from fear or hurt, but from steadiness. That's when your words will be heard by the heart, not mistaken for reproach. Family themes may come forward. Parents, children, relatives. It may be time to release an old hurt or simply admit that someone acted differently than you hoped, not to justify them, but to free yourself. Forgiveness isn't grand virtue, it is self-care. You're not obliged to carry others' guilt, or to endlessly understand everyone. But you can choose not to hold inside what is long asked to be set free. Some cancers may especially crave warmth today, and that's okay. Don't pretend to be strong if it's cold inside. Let your home hold light, electric and soulful. Brew tea, wrap yourself in a blanket, write a letter to yourself, as if you were your own best friend. What would you say if your love for yourself were unconditional? Try it, it might be the start of something important. In your professional world, guidance may come as hints, not facts, but hunches, sensations. You might feel it's time to conclude a task, or you might be inspired to begin a new project. Listen, cancers have a special gift for feeling where intuition leads, and today, it is especially accurate. Don't hurry to share plans. Not everyone will understand or support, not because you're wrong, but because not everyone senses as finely as you do. Sometimes silence is the best ally. Let your ideas grow in a sheltered place before bringing them into the light. If you felt poised on the threshold of change but feared stepping forward, pay close attention to today's thoughts. Among them, a single notion may point the way. It may not happen instantly, but you'll sense where your heart is looking, not by logic, but by feeling, this is mine. Physically, you may notice mild fatigue, apathy, or a desire to withdraw. Honor that. Cancers are closely attuned to lunar tides. Fluctuations in the field touch you first. If your body asks for rest, give it rest. If you want silence, find it. Even 10 sincere minutes will do. And finally, 14 October is a day to think about your true desires. Not the ones you're supposed to have, but those living deep inside. Ask yourself honestly, what do I want? Let a genuine answer arise, without judgment, fear, or limits. Simply acknowledge it. Even if you don't yet know how to get there, the path begins with admission. You are a water sign, and water always finds a way. Sometimes by soft persistence, drop by drop, sometimes by surging forward and clearing obstacles. Today you can be either, or both. The point is to be yourself, real, alive, feeling. If someone around you turns sharp, distant, or cold, don't take it personally. Many people are wandering through their own thoughts and fears today. You, more than most, can feel another's pain, even when it hides behind a mask of indifference. Support, yes, but don't dissolve. You're not required to save the world at the cost of your peace. Let this day remind you that your sensitivity is a superpower. It helps you recognize what's real, You love deeply. You can sit in shared silence until the other person breathes easier. You hear not only words but the spaces between them. All of this is your treasure. Don't try to be someone else. Today it's not merely allowed, it's necessary. Return to what warms your soul, a favorite old film, a beloved book, childhood photos, a walk through known streets, a talk with someone who truly knows you. Let memories be reminders, not reasons to grieve. You already have a story, and ahead it can be even more beautiful. Also thank yourself, quietly without fanfare, for continuing despite everything, for choosing kindness, for staying sensitive in a world that often teaches emotional hiding, for loving not loudly but sincerely. Sometimes that alone is enough to change someone's day, or life. If it seems you're not receiving what you hoped for in return, don't rush. Everything you have given the world with warmth will come back, not always from the direction you expect, but it will return. The universe keeps precise accounts. Your kindness will not go unnoticed. Trust. Often, right before something significant, there's an unusual quiet. Then, as if a door opens, your happiness waits behind it. In the evening, take small stock. Write what you felt, thought, realized. Let it be your personal message to yourself. A month from now you may reread it and be surprised at how much has shifted. Sometimes one sincere thought starts a new life. Perhaps it appears today. 14 October is a day when the universe hears whispers, not shouts or declarations, but the soft voice of your heart. Don't strive for perfection or bend to expectations. Simply live this day with soul, and it will repay you with inner clarity, calm, and the quiet certainty that you are on the right path. And if it seems nothing special happened, smile. That's the miracle. You moved through the day as yourself, and for a tender, real heart, that's already heroic. Let the day leave a gentle trace in you, warmth, wisdom, and faith, in yourself, in others, in the way things come together. Even if you don't know how just yet, it's okay. What matters is that you've tuned into your depth. If you enjoyed this day, thank yourself at the end, not for doing it all, but for feeling, loving, and truly living. That is a real victory.